Python Django tutorial for 2020. Django is the framework used by some of the biggest websites in the world, including Instagram, Pinterest, The Washington Times, Mozilla, and the Public Broadcasting Service. Complex database-driven websites like these need a web application framework, and that's exactly what Django does. Master Python Django, and you can create web applications, sites with e-commerce functionality, and much more. Open a world of possibilities with Django for Web 1. Create a website from scratch using Django. 2. Learn Django from beginner through to fully functional levels. 3. Build authentication systems, map integration, web services, and more. 4. Test and debug your site. 5. Create web applications to solve a multitude of problems and needs. 6. Create Django API, Django e-commerce, and more. This expansive course will take you from beginner level right up to having a thorough working knowledge of Django. Throughout the 67 lectures of content, you'll create your own website from scratch using Django and featuring an authentication system, e-commerce with PayPal and Stripe, geolocation and map integration, and web services. In every section, you'll take a quiz as well as putting your new knowledge to practice so that your skills stay with you when you're done. You'll start by getting to grips with the absolute basics of what Django can do. These sections are slower and more thorough than others so that you gain a solid foundation. After that, you'll begin to build your site, adding a new element with each section of the course. By the end of the course, you'll have fleshed out a fully functional web storefront that's capable of taking orders, processing payments, and receiving and displaying input from the user. You'll be surprised at how rapidly you can build complex functionality. That's the true beauty of Django. This course was created with intermediate Python users in mind who want to move their expertise onto the web. If you're a beginner developer, you may find this course a little too far beyond your grasp unless you already have experience with another language or have a working knowledge of Python and programming concepts. Tools use Django. Django creates web applications, specifically software normally backed by a database that includes interactivity and operates through a browser. It eases the creation of complex database-driven websites with its framework. Python. Python is one of the most widely used, general-purpose programming languages in the world. It emphasizes simplicity and readability and has almost endless uses in all areas, from GUI programming to web programming and everything in between. PyCharm. PyCharm is a smart code editor that supports Python and several other languages like JavaScript, CSS, and more. It is an integrated development environment that provides code analysis, graphical debugging, integrated unit testing, and supports web development with Django. Git. Git is a free and open source version control system designed to handle small and large projects with speed and data integrity. It will record changes you make as you build your website so that if you need to recall an earlier version, you can do so easily. Who this course is for. 1. This course is ideal for those who have moderate Python development experience. 2. Django's specific strength is a batteries included approach, acting as a wrapper around a database with a user-driven focus, so this assumes you're looking to develop in that direction. 3. It is not for those who have no experience with Python. The learning curve is likely too steep. 4. Similarly, it isn't for beginning developers. If you have experience in another language, knowing general programming concepts may help, but overall it leans on Python too heavily to be an effective teaching tool without the basics. What will I learn? 1. Develop in the real world using Python Django. 2. Create Django web applications to solve a multitude of problems or needs. 3. Separate the presentation from the business logic. 4. Build an online store to show off products. 5. Accept user input in the form of reviews. 6. Integrate with third-party payment services to process transactions.